Howdy, folks. I'm really digging this push-up blog. It's opening up new powers for me, new special abilities. You go through life not exerting muscle force, not using energy, and things start to wither away. Like astronauts in space, if they don't do their exercises, they wither away. Well, I've noticed it seems like I'm hyper aware now. I can see things I didn't used to see. At first I thought this was like overwhelming, You notice people's intonations, the little furrowy switches of their brows. But after a while, you get to see deeper, to the abstract, these things manifest. You get to see, I think all of life is divided into two forces, the forces of good and the forces of evil. And everything you do, everywhere you go, you're going to see these two forces. If you exercise and are aware, if you put forth enough effort to want to know and go there, and once you do, you'll be able to tackle reality and life in ways you never comprehended. But let's do some push-ups. For example, I went to the grocery store today, and normally I go to the grocery store and all I see are things on the shelves that I want to get. But today, after just three days of doing push-ups, I'm super keen, super aware. Every single shuffle and little squeak of the wheels of everyone else in the grocery store. I could tell, I could hear, I could sense it from all five senses, who was for me and who was against me. For example, the old lady who shoved her arm right past my ear to pick up that stupid Gran brand cereal or whatever, Simulax, I don't know what it was. Probably helps process her butthole, her stinky old butthole, a little bit more better. But I could tell she was against me. She had no scruples, swiping right through my head. You take it for granted that some people deserve special privilege just because by virtue of their age or their gender, but they don't. It's just something to hide behind. Like people who make babies, and they use those babies as a kind of a human meat shield, so to speak. You can't attack me, I've got babies, but you can. You don't have to attack them, you shouldn't attack them, you should never attack anyone, but they're going to attack you. That's why they're using their kids as a meat shield, because they know they're preventatively assaulting. The best offense is the best defense, and that's what happens in life, folks, and if you don't exercise, you can't see these things, you don't understand. Let's go for round two. I want to give a shout out to Activizer for letting me know that my technique maybe wasn't the most healthy. Maybe I was overstressing my joints. I gotta watch out for that because I know in my family that's tended to happen. We don't have the strongest joints, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research to find out the best way to do this without hurting myself, because if you're working for betterment and you hurt yourself, it's all gone, you know? Whatever field you're in, you know, don't push forward too much if you're going to end up hurting yourself, because that just throws it all down the drain. But anyway, I was thinking about my thoughts the other night on Korea. I think Russia's going to have a role to play too. I can sense it. You know, they're not fully European. They're part Asian. So I think they're gonna side with China, frankly, because what it is, it's a global control thing. And the Russians, although they are members of like the Orthodox Church or something, they don't maintain the whole kind of Catholic supremacy. So they're not a part of that group, and they can sense it when they try to enter the whole big global scheme of things. They face throwback and force tensions. No one accepts them fully because they don't want to play ball, and so I think they're going to side with the Chinese and the North Koreans to kind of switch the balance of power on this planet. Because right now, you know, I'd say it's about 70-30, you know, even though China is a huge power, they don't control that much because they're a huge country too, but they don't control as much as the Europeans in terms of global resources. So I think Russia's going to have a role to play in that. So I think that was the best yet. I think we're finally getting places, and pretty soon I'm going to be hulking around. You're going to have to watch me tear my shirts off and stuff when you least expect it. Poor cotton, poor polyester, poor polycotton blends, you know. Shirts were made to be taken off.